In tonight's cover story, from the city of big shoulders to the city of big tech, a cutting-edge tech company just cut the ribbon on its new headquarters in the Loop.
In a story you'll only see on WGN, Mike Lowe takes you inside of Relativity to see how artificial intelligence could enhance Chicago's economy and forever change the legal profession.
The LaSalle Street Canyon, Chicago's traditional financial district, is now the crossroads of the new economy, where tech workers are transforming entire professions and perhaps the entire world as we know it.
Chicago isn't the first place you think of as an invigorating, innovative software company. But right here, right in Chicago, we have some of the very best talent I've ever come across. Super proud to be part of this company, super proud to be part of this city.
Phil Saunders is the CEO of Relativity, a cutting-edge software firm harnessing the immense power of artificial intelligence. This Relativity company video was created entirely with AI.
We are going to do everything we can to make sure that you all thrive here.
We, the state, get to celebrate Relativity's role in strengthening our communities. So things are happening right here in Chicago.
This month, city and state leaders were on hand as Saunders officially opened the 100,000 square foot headquarters in the old Continental Bank building.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, cut.
Inside of the classical revival landmark is a new age space, complete with golf, games, ping pong, and pool. There's a purpose to the playful atmosphere, enticing workers back to the office in a post-COVID climate, sparking creativity and encouraging teamwork.
The technology that we have it's incredible. It's incredible in terms of how it works, its accuracy.
Software savant Andrew Saja is Relativity's founder, and Saunders is the chief executive.
We are entering a phase of accelerated change, accelerated compute, industrial strength, massive size AI workloads that's going to drive transformative outcomes in our work, in our lives. It's a new era we're entering, and I think those that embrace it, we can help literally change how we work and we live.
Inside of Relativity's meeting rooms,
helping customers organize the facts that are found in the relevant documents.
They're designing software that will shake one of society's foundations, the entire legal profession.
This that I'm working on now is just different pieces of the code.
Turning a lawyer's most time-consuming and tedious work into easy and efficient automated assignments.
It's almost the holy grail that the industry's been chasing for a number of years, and that probably looked too distant on a horizon to realize you could get to. And it's simply the fastest and most accurate way to conduct document review.
Chris Brown, Relativity's chief product officer, announced the launch of the groundbreaking Air for Review product in September. Based on instructions or prompts provided by a lawyer, the product uses generative AI to find the most impactful content across thousands of documents, with rationale on why those documents are relevant to a case or investigation. The human lawyer then reviews the analysis. Essentially, it uses generative AI to simulate the actions of a human doing a first pass at review. Except the product can review up to 300,000 documents per day, 750 times more than the average human reviewer. It was the talk of the company's convention, Relativity Fest.
It's basically your preview into the model itself and how it's prioritizing documents,
which attracts law firms and global tech companies to Chicago each year.
I'm here from DLS Discovery in Wilmington, Delaware. So we're a litigation service provider.
At the Learning Lab, product designer Eric Strubinger is assessing the user experience, watching his lawyers run through a sample case.
What I'm trying to do is just get insights into what did we do well, where did we fall short, and then what can we learn from new users using the tool that can inform us to allow us to make it better and make improvements.
In a high-rise just a few blocks away, attorney Stephen Mandel is moving mountains of information the old-fashioned way.
In the olden days, people always did document review this way, reviewing large boxes of papers. I'd say there's about 5,000 documents in this banker's box.
In those days, the banker's boxes meant billable hours for lawyers because of the amount of time and careful reading each page required.
Some of your more complex litigation actually would have in the hundreds of thousands of documents.
But Relativity's software and the power of artificial intelligence has changed everything. The way the software works is a human lawyer gives instructions so the technology can search and analyze electronic data for a legal proceeding or investigation. For example, telling it to search for specific names, dates, emails, and schedules. It can even tell if a thumbs up emoji was used to approve a transaction.
We have a whole series of technology that will collect all this information that is effectively what you generate in business as evidence, and then we organize it, we make it searchable.
The human lawyers will rewrite instructions or prompts to zero in on areas of concern, slowly training the software to replicate the reasoning of an attorney.
What it does is it allows us to ingest huge amounts of information, documents in the hundreds of thousands, and review them and analyze them much quicker than used to be the case.
AI's astonishing efficiency is raising concerns that technology could eliminate many of those jobs. Last year, a research report by economists at Goldman Sachs estimated that 44% of legal work could be automated. That's almost half the jobs in the legal profession.
It will be quite disruptive, right? And then, but the buyers of legal services are asking for it. Right, when that Goldman Sachs report came out, it seemed like every corporate general counsel picked up their phone, called their law firm, and be like, "Hey, I just read this Goldman Sachs report. What are you doing to basically make your lawyers more efficient so you save me money?"
Mandel says the efficiencies will allow boutique law firms to compete with larger ones, but he cautions there will always be a need for humans to check the machines.
The cautions is I think you still need the human element involved. You can't let the software platform or the technology take over human functions entirely. You still need someone doing the analysis at the end of the day.
There are now 300,000 Relativity users around the world, including 199 of the 200 largest law firms. The new technology could change legal work permanently, the same way the calculator altered accounting or the printing press transformed writing. Relativity now has 1,600 employees worldwide. 650 of them are based at the headquarters on LaSalle Street, the intersection of Chicago's past and its future.
And I think we're building a 100-year company here in Chicago, and very proud of it.
In the Loop, Mike Lowe, WGN News.